Hello and welcome to the Met Office 10-day trend. September so far for the UK as a whole has been very warm. In fact, it's currently running at the second warmest on record. But in the last few days, there has certainly been a big change. A change to autumn as wet and windy weather systems have swept through from the Atlantic. Not unusual at this time of year, of course. At this time of year, we often see deeper lows approach the UK because of an increase in the temperature contrast across the Atlantic. The poles cool whilst warm air remains over the subtropics, and where these two air masses collide, they energise the jet stream. At the moment, this fast-flowing current of wind high in the sky is particularly active. This core of strong winds on Wednesday and into Thursday will develop an area of low pressure, and that will send rain and wind in from the west. So a wet and windy start to the day for many, especially Scotland, Northern England, parts of the Midlands, Wales. The most persistent rain out of the way by the afternoon, followed by showers or, again, longer spells of rain through central areas into the northwest. A blustery day with the wind bouncing over hills and mountains in the north, and a cloudy day with a cool feel for many, although temperatures not far from average. The next system crosses the country on Thursday night then, and by Friday morning it's clearing East Anglia in the southeast, again as some heavy rain and strong winds clear through from the west. It will be replaced by sunny spells and blustery showers, more persistent rain for western Scotland, perhaps even some coastal gales. But some decent bright skies elsewhere after that earlier rainfall. However, low pressure remains in charge this weekend. Initially, this low anchored to the northwest of Scotland, but the jet stream is already eyeing up its next victim, this area of temperature contrast to the southwest of the UK, marked by these weather fronts. And as the jet stream picks up on this temperature contrast, it deepens it very quickly on Saturday night and into Sunday as it crosses the UK into another deep low, which basically eats up the other low and ends up as the dominant feature to the northeast of Scotland. What does that mean for our weather? It basically means it stays unsettled this weekend. So drier for a time on Friday night, first thing Saturday. But here's the next system coming along from the southwest, turning very wet and windy across Wales and the southwest in particular on Saturday. Some exposed hills, 70 millimetres of rainfall through the day, and exposed coasts, coastal gales. Wet weather then pushing north and east across the country, and the winds transferring along the south coast before eventually, by Sunday, the wettest and windiest weather with the risk of gales or even severe gales in the northeast of Scotland, whilst the rest of the country sees this unstable westerly airflow across the country. So brighter skies actually for many on Sunday, a better chance of some sunnier interludes, but also some pretty lively showers coming in from the Atlantic. And a similar setup for Monday. The low pressure moves away, but we've still got this unstable west to southwesterly, a returning polar maritime air mass, if you want to look that one up. Frequent rain or showers, even some hail and thunder associated with the heavier downpours. Temperatures throughout the next few days stay around average, mid-teens typically, a couple of degrees either side, depending on if you're the north or the south. Now, will the weather stay unsettled like this through next week? That's the big question, and the answer lies on the other side of the Atlantic with a major hurricane. Currently safely well away from the UK at the time of recording. This is Major Hurricane Sam, and thankfully not directly impacting any land areas, although it will send some significant swell towards Bermuda. However, by Monday, that hurricane is approaching the jet stream, getting perilously close, and, if you like, this is a spanner, and the jet stream are the works, and it could play havoc with the jet stream, as we've seen many times before at this time of year, heading into next week. It could, if it interacts with the jet stream in a certain way, but it might not actually affect the jet stream at all. And to illustrate this, let's take a look at two different computer simulations, both from the European computer model, but one of them was run at midday Tuesday, that's the top there, and one of them was on midnight into Wednesday. And this is the forecast for next Monday. And you can see they're both quite similar. This is the jet stream, the orange colours here and here. Low pressure to the north of the UK on both. And there's Hurricane Sam. If anything, 12Z or 12 o'clock on Tuesday, it's slightly closer to the jet stream. Tiny amount in it, but that will make a significant difference through next week. Let's play it through. It actually joins the jet stream in this scenario, gets picked up quite quickly, stays away in the bottom scenario. Similar position in the second scenario there. Jet stream continues to affect the UK, sending areas of low pressure our way. But Hurricane Sam is such a small bundle of energy that it has a huge impact on the jet stream if it joins in with it. It actually helps to buckle it and push it to the north of the UK. And what that means is that by Thursday and indeed into Friday, the jet stream is actually well to the north of the UK in this scenario. Hurricane Sam, as an ex-hurricane, is near Iceland, not affecting the UK, but an indirect effect is that high pressure builds over the UK. It turns drier. But in the bottom scenario, because the hurricane or ex-hurricane didn't actually affect the jet stream continues business as usual, sending areas of low pressure in, continuing to be wet and windy. So that subtle difference on Monday in the position of that ex-hurricane ends up in two very different forecasts by Friday. And it's not just a difference between these two different simulations. All the different computer models are saying very different things about the track of Hurricane Sam, whether it joins in with the jet stream or whether it stays in the Atlantic on its own. Subtle changes at the beginning of next week make huge differences later on. And although we talk about uncertainty a lot in the 10-day trend, because there's always some uncertainty when you're forecasting 7, 8, 9, 10 days into the future, well, this one is particularly uncertain. And you can see that by this measure of confidence in the forecast. The graph here shows 100% confidence at the top there, 0% at the bottom, and the time going out there of the forecast prediction. So the line here shows that, on average, the forecast gets more uncertain as time goes on. But the line of the actual forecast, this forecast, is below the average. In fact, it's at the 10th percentile from Wednesday onwards. That means that on 9 out of 10 occasions, we've got more confidence in the forecast. The forecast is less uncertain than it is right now. We're in the bottom 10% of forecasts uncertainties. So next week, certainly unsettled at first with low pressure, the jet stream in charge. Then, because of that hurricane, it becomes very uncertain later. So stay tuned. We will update you when we know more. Follow us on social media for all those updates. But for now, that's all from me. Bye-bye.